Perfect. I'm so excited. Let's get started.
Very nice. With that said, I'm also very excited to hear Quinton and Per talking about FaST Agile, and I will say, stage is yours, Quinton.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm Quinton Quartel. Thank you for joining this session on FaST, and we're going to ask the question: Could FaST one day replace Scrum? Which is a purposely what's a good word question to make people think, and so welcome along. Maybe we'll get some answers by the end of it. Per, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Per Beining, and I am the FaST Agile trainer in Europe because there's only one. So, and I've been spending the last half year, more or less, along with Quinton. Well, now I know at least a tiny bit of all the details about FaST.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm from Denmark, speaking Danish, which is more than just a breakfast pastry. And I am 53 years old, and I think that FaST is definitely going to be replacing Scrum.
Okay.
Back to you, Quinton. Who are you?
Yeah. Well, so I think the best way to understand FaST is to try it out. So we're going to do a little activity where you're going to experience FaST, and hopefully this will work. We've never done it using this platform, but fingers crossed. And if it doesn't, that's fine too, because there's plenty of material we can use in place. So I'm going to ask Per to facilitate this activity.
Thank you for that.
Which is called the Mayor of Schnuffeldorf, which is when I change persona. Yes.
Yes, now we have the mayor from Schnuffeldorf. Schnuffeldorf, for those that haven't heard about it, is actually a Bavarian village just outside of Munich. And I kid you not, that is the story we've been telling around the world when introducing FaST. So we are so proud to actually bring the mayor of Schnuffeldorf direct to you here. I'll just copy there we are, and I'll share the Miro link. Let's see how many people are able to enter the Miro board. Yes, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 618. Okay, and I'll be happy to introduce you to what is going to happen. So, and I'm aware it's not very good to give people access to something and then start talking, because everyone wants to take a look at the stuff. But I hope that you will be staying with me. I will show you a tiny bit of the Miro board, and all of that is kind of needed for you to actually figure out where to be and where to go. So if you could all come back to the main presenting screen, that would be fantastic. Okay, so this is the Miro board, and I'll start by, well, this is the whole Miro board. Those of you that haven't been into Miro yet, at the bottom you can zoom in and zoom out, and actually with this fit to screen button, you can get everything to fit, and then you can locate yourself again. But what I would like you to do is move into this part of the board. You can see where it says Tangram game participants. It has number 1. It's in this part of the board. So if you could move there, copy one of the existing names, and then add a name tag with your own name on it. Please do that. And this is what Sharon Bowman from Training from the Back of the Room is talking about. Connection. Connection is connection with each other. What we did in the breakout room just before. Connection with the topic. Well, this is what we will be doing. And then the last thing is connecting with the technology, which is everyone is trying to connect with the technology. Fantastic. Anyone having challenges creating a post-it note? No. Good.
Yes, somebody stole mine, but I can deal with that.
Okay.
I'm challenging in moving. I don't know why if I click and I drag, it is not moving the screen. It's zooming. Maybe it's just me.
Sometimes if it's you're holding down the right button, you can move the screen, and if you're holding down the left button, you can actually select. I'm not sure if that's making
Also, sometimes if you're using a notebook, you can switch from mouse to trackpad. So there's the settings, and then you can switch to trackpad or mouse.
Perfect. I'll just give you a quick 5-minute intro, and then we'll go into the game. As you will notice, I'm now zooming a tiny bit out, and then I'm zooming in on this small picture that I've created here. That's called FaST Agile. That will be available for all of you afterwards if you want to have it. And as you know, FaST is oh, I have to zoom out. There it is. There we are. Nope. There we are. Yes. So FaST Agile or fluid scaling technology is a way for people to self-organize around work that scales. And this is the rich picture that shows everything. It has number 0 at the top. So when I'm saying, well, please go or take a look, or if you're being lost, what is actually happening? This is what will be happening. We're also talking about FaST is actually, well, in 5 sentences, what is that you do? You form a collective, you visualize work, then you start the value cycle, which is the iterations that we're working with in FaST. And you have that by, well, there's one meeting. So in the FaST meeting, we start out by stating the vision and self-organize around work. Then the teams go and do some discovery and some delivery work. And then, well, the collective synchronizes. And we repeat that again and again and again and again. So should you be lost, what is it that we're currently doing? This is where you probably will be able to get some information. In the board, you can see up here, well, now that's where all your name tags are. And when I'm asking you to move around with your name tag, please find your post-it again and move it to where I'm telling you. It's probably, or it is going down to the marketplace board here. But please wait moving it until I've actually told you, well, what are the rules of the game. This is a game where we're using an old Chinese thing called tangrams. It's actually a mathematical way of dividing a square. And from that square, you can create a lot of different animals. And during the game, if you need to find something else than a horse, a penguin, a dog, a bird, a fish, and whatever I'll put up here, well, just use Google. And Google tangram and whatever it is that you're looking for. So it could be tangram man running, and it'll pop up showing you how to actually do that. Next element. Well, you remember I told you, well, when we start out FaST Agile, we form a collective and create a collective agreement. This is what we're having up here. If you, during the game, Ron and I has decided on what are the collective agreement to not use time in our simulation for that. So if you end up having a conflict, the way to resolve it is that you use a rock, paper, scissors. Simple as that. Simple protocol to get done with that. And to make decisions, you just have a majority vote in your teams, and that is the way that we are, that we're doing that. Second element when we start out. So right now, everyone, welcome. You're a collective. Hooray! Second thing is that we visualize work, and we've done some television kitchen here, where we've decided that, we've actually decided that we will be working with the mayor of Schnupfeldorf. And I'll get back to him. This is probably, or this is what I've created with the mayor of Schnupfeldorf, the high level, the big picture, the product map, and each of these we have broken down into several small pieces. We'll get back to that as well. So what is the fifth thing that I thought I would say something about? Now I'm lost. Bom, bom, bom. Okay, I'll move into the sixth thing. Here you find the, so number 5 had disappeared. That's okay. Probably wasn't that interesting as well. This is the marketplace. So whenever we are doing some work inside the game, in the value cycle, well, whoever is stewarding, team stewards will come up and say, I would like to work, for instance, on the mountain scene, and then they'll take the mountain and drag that over into, and I'll be in whatever room it is that they're in, and the people that are working there will then end up dragging their names down here, so we know where everyone is. As part of the game, in the teams that you'll be breaking out into, in the teams that, oh, that happened probably a tiny bit too fast. In the teams that you're breaking out into, this is the breakout room you will have. Let's say that you end up going into the breakout room 1. You will be having, there we are. You will be having an area. So this is where the team, let's say the people in breakout room 1, this is where they will go over. And notice that here, start the first perhaps 30 seconds to make some team agreements for the value cycle. And it could be, well, we have the collective agreements, which is kind of the governance part that we all agree on. And then if there is something that you would like to agree on, is that, well, someone will watch and someone will actually do the work, or whatever you figure out, write it down into the team agreement in here. If you have some dependencies that you have agreed with someone, you could also add these here. I'm not sure if you will end up having any of those. That is kind of the board. And when you then are working inside your area, remember to, you will have the visual and the audio from the people that you're working together with through Google, and through Miro, you will then zoom into whatever area it is that you're working with. And here you will be, here you have an area where you then can actually work on some tangrams. At the top of your area, I've placed 5 tangram examples. You could steal it, but then you probably will be running out. So instead, just copy paste it, add it to your area, and then start moving, working on it right there. Perfect. And when you're finished, notice we will be working in a value cycle of 7 minutes. Remember, at the end of your value cycle, if you have produced anything, to put it into the delivery area, which is here. And last 2 things down here throughout the session. If there's something you like, if there's something that you're wondering, or if there's something that you don't like, copy paste the post-it and add your stuff down here. That was the kind of 5-minute introduction to the tangram game. Now you can orient yourself, and I will start. Let me move into the rich picture. I will start the value cycle, and what is happening? That is product manager is actually telling the vision. But just to make everyone ready, I've invited the mayor of Schnupfeldorf. So welcome to the mayor of Schnupfeldorf. Mayor
Thank you.
Quinton.
Do we want to see if anyone has any questions before we
We
jump
can
in?
do that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of information there.
Okay, let's move into the game.
Ja, guten Tag, wie geht's?
Very good. Sehr gut.
Sehr gut. And that's where I shall stop speaking German. And you can pretend I'm speaking German or have a German accent. So yeah, I'm the mayor of Schnupfeldorf. It's my beautiful town behind me. I'm very excited to hear about this collective, this company, and the amazing things you're doing. So our village is celebrating our 2000th year, because German villages have been around for a long time. And in celebration of this event, we're going to have a festival, and there's going to be lots of things happening in our town square here. And why we want your help is there's one wall in the middle of our village, which is, it's not very pretty. It's not ugly, but I think we can make it a lot prettier. So what we wanted to do was, on the date of our inaugural event, we're going to uncover what we've done on this wall. So we want some artwork on that wall. And we've seen what your company's done in other villages. And so we want a mural of something, maybe of the village or of Bavaria, painted on this wall. And then on top of the image, we'd like to have, on top of the mural, we'd like to have images of things that are going on in the scene, like birds or ducks on the river or children running in the field. But all of these things we would like to do with tangram, because that's the other thing that our village is known for, is that we've made a lot of our economy, our early economy, what put us on the map was we brought tangram to the whole of Europe. And so we want to incorporate that into the artwork somehow. So this is the creative endeavor that I would love your help with.
Thank you so much. And I'll just jump directly into this picture again. 3, 2, 1. I'll take on the I am now the product manager for the whole for the whole game, for the whole simulation here. And the product manager, if you're not aware, is just a traditional or it's just a team member like everyone else inside the collective. The only extra responsibility that I have is actually to keep us floating directly or floating towards the vision. So with what the mayor has told us, what we really would like to do is within this value cycle, we would definitely like, and you can see it from the big picture, we would really like to have someone work on the background. I think that there are some elements as well with probably animals inside the mountain, but also the animal discovery tree is kind of undiscovered. So it would be fantastic if someone also could do something with the animals. What we're having is we have a width limit of 4. So far we will have to break out in some will stay in the main room, and the rest will go into room 1, 2, and 3. So are there anyone that is volunteering to take on some of the work? And what I'm asking here, just to let you all know, I'm actually inviting some team steward, which is just a standard team member, to say, okay, I'll steward that work. That's not the same as the team steward is deciding anything, but making sure that we have some work going on, and perhaps facilitate the team or help the team to do the work. So who would like to steward some of the work? I can sit here all night.
Eva.
So let me check here. Is there some hands? So Sebastian,
can everyone just speak, or have we limited that?
No, we didn't limit that. So we have at the moment 4 people who
just
hold their hands.
Pull away your microphone, speak and tell what it is that what your name is and what it is that you would like to steward.
So I would like to steward the mountain stuff.
Yes, perfect, Sebastian. Could you drag the mountain into whatever room it is that you'll be going into?
Yes. Okay.
And I would like to steward the forest.
Yes, please move that into whatever room it is that you think that you'll be into.
Just information for everybody. So the main room will be recorded and the other rooms not. So just as an information for everybody. So, and I will organize the room. So Sebastian Keller is the second. Okay.
Okay. As the product manager, I would actually like to steward the background, and I think I'll stay here in the main room.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else?
Hi, Terry. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that the city is gonna be nice. Schnupfeldorf has to look good. I'm gonna steward the city.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And if we could have the where it was, have the team stewards pick up their names. There I am, at least.
Oh, is it too late to steward the river?
Yeah, we only have four breakout rooms, so this is the limit that we're having.
Oh no! What, just this
don't
once?
worry,
Is it okay to make an
you
exception?
will have another possibility.
You can co-steward the forest with me if you like.
Okay, so what will happen now? And I'll just pause the game for a tiny bit. What will happen now is actually that everyone is moving their name into whatever room it is that they are going to be helping. Unfortunately, with this technology, we cannot let people self-select. So compared to what we would be self-selecting, self-organizing in the real world, Sebastian will actually divide us into different rooms. So if you end up in a room, whatever room it is that you end up with, please move your name into that room when you end up getting there. And if the team steward that is currently here, that you can't find him, well then please select another team steward inside the room. And remember, we have 7 minutes to actually start doing some of the work. And just to let you know what we've done, we've started the value cycle, we've heard about the vision, we've now populated the marketplace board, and now we're breaking away to plan work in teams. And after we plan the work, we will actually, well, do 7 minutes and create some value and create some discoveries. And then in 7 minutes, we'll be back, and then we will share with each other what is the learning and share what have we learned and what is the progress. So please bring us into the
Per, one question before we are sent to the breakouts. Which can was area do we use to plan the work?
Which canvas area? So if you end up, and that is at the top of your of the breakout room that you'll be sent to, which is due to the technology, so you cannot choose.
Yeah. Yes.
That it will say breakout room 3, breakout room 2, breakout room 1, or there will be a some people are not sent away and they'll just stay here in the main room.
Yes, thank you. I understand this. I meant like on the mirror board.
Yeah.
Like,
on the
can
mirror
we-
board,
Yes.
you can see it. I will move to the right.
Thank you
so
again.
the headline
Okay.
is
Yes.
called
Okay.
main room, and then 1,
Okay.
2, 3
Yes.
to go
Thanks.
to the right.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for asking that question.
So I will open the breakout rooms in a few seconds. Just as information, everybody place their names, but that will not work with Google Meet. So you will get into random rooms.
And then please move your name into the room that you're actually in.
Yeah, so if you are then moved into a particular room, then just move your name into the
One more question from Michael.
Yes, a very quick one. We will be assigned to rooms randomly. It means that every time the teams were reshuffled, or this allocation is random now and remain consistent for the next iterations.
Yeah. So far, that is true, and I'm pretty
Which
sure.
one, first or second?
Well, we will be shuffled. Ugur,
Okay.
can you keep the configuration of the rooms?
Yeah, I think that will should work. So you will just shuffle for the first time, and the second time should be remain.
Great.
But
Thank you.
it's
Consistent
actually
teams.
that opens up. What about fluid teaming, and that is one of the things that Quinton, I'm pretty sure, will go into afterwards. Good. So far, let's go do some work. Yay!
Just a few seconds until I finish that one. Just Sebastian for the third room. And so, okay, now I'm starting the rooms.
Perfect. See you
For
back
7 minutes. So everybody, you should get a notice that you can join the room.
Not everybody.
Yeah, so some people will remain in the main room.
Ah, okay.
And I was allowed doing that as well. Fantastic. Okay, we have 7 minutes. So let's dig into. I promised to steward the work inside the main room. And one of the things, I'll just share my screen with you. So one of the things inside this main room, yes, I am presenting my screen right now. Yes, one of the limits that we're having, well, the thing is that we should be doing something on the background. And one of the limits that we have been forced upon us is that we can only use the shapes that are, well, within this basic shape category. Okay. Ugur has sent it. So that is one of the limitations, is that we can only use these basic shapes. So what do you think that we should be doing?
Have a mountain range made up of a few triangles.
Yeah,
Is there a lake close to the village? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the village. And then some triangles for the mountains.
Who will take some triangles and move them in?
And
I
yeah,
have-
I'm doing it on
Sure.
the delivery area, right? Or is that correct?
So, Per, is there a lake?
Well, what do you think? Should we have a lake?
I've never been there. I don't
Well,
know if there's a lake.
I've never been to so we are actually the ones that are kind of doing some discovery work as well.
I think
Okay, so-
lakes are beautiful. We should add lakes.
Let's add a lake.
Do you think we should have some snow-covered peaks?
We could add like a blue background for the sky and maybe green grass as well for the city background. And then we could add the mountains on top of that. If that makes sense.
I think that sounds great. Let's try do something. So let me hear is there anyone because we have a collective agreement that says that it's majority vote if we want to decide something, or it's if we disagree that well then we do a rock paper scissors. So anyone disagreeing?
No.
Nope. Let's do it.
I can't use the round shape to make a lake. So if someone can, please shape an oval for a lake, because I can't. Don't know why.
I think the mountains look like they are flying now. So can we move up the green area a bit? That they touch the mountains.
Maybe we need clouds.
Thank you, Grace.
Oh no! Be careful with the snow peak.
I think someone else beat me
Oh.
actually. My little gray thing
What?
is not really.
Whoever did.
I think we could group the snow peaks and the mountain. Then
One
move
of
together.
the things, but I'll not stop us yet, is that we should actually be doing the work in our own area and then move it over. But let's just continue doing this. I wasn't clear
master.
about that. But as we are the background, we decided that the team agreement was okay. We'll just take over the background before anyone else comes in.
Okay. Do we agree that one lake is enough?
I thought we could combine, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Two. Yeah, just combine the two lakes together.
Yeah,
Good.
then the shape is more interesting. That's good.
I like that.
Cool.
Oh, clouds! Wonderful.
Oh wow!
Yep. Any trees, boys? Or the trees are not part of the background? What does the collective decide?
I don't think that the trees are part of the background because we have a forest. So
should we have an alpine hut on one of the mountains, or is that too much detail?
And do you need a stream between the lakes?
I think that sounds like a great idea.
Shall we also have a river coming down from one of the mountain and getting into the lake?
Where are the mountains? I would like to understand where the mountains are.
Well, if you zoom out,
it looks a little bit bluish.
Yeah, if you zoom out now,
yeah,
zoom out.
Yeah.
What you probably will be able to see is that we've taken over the delivery area.
Okay, we are in the delivery area. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So, do you like the hut? Can we have a vote on that, or should I? I'm not sure if it's good.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah.
I think if we should have a hut, it should be in Tangram.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Stay consistent.
Yeah. Okay.
So can you can anyone or can you very quickly look for a Tangram hut?
I will give my best.
Is it okay that we have clouds that are not in 10-gram form?
Yeah, because it's as the background group, we are allowed using all of the shapes that are.
Okay, yeah.
So, but only the background group has that that allowance or that extended thing. So and beside just Googling it, we probably need to not just have the have it from copied from Google. We actually need to create it from the tangram shapes.
Oh, that's too much work. Then I'm out. Not worth the effort for such a tiny.
Okay, I'll be happy to actually help.
But where do we get the basic shapes?
Well, we copy them from the top.
Ah, can copy
Just
those.
So 20 seconds left in this first round.
Okay, yeah, let's drop the HUD. I think it's gold plating.
I think we can do it really fast.
Well, the sky is missing. Where the sky is gone? The blue sky.
Sky's blue.
Has someone deleted the sky?
That's only in the scratch area, not on the delivery area.
Yeah.
So what's the thing on the lake? Is that a boat?
The blue line is supposed to be a stream. I couldn't make a round line, so
yeah, the red triangle. I mean, with
I know the red one. I'm not aware of that.
Thing on top.
Maybe it's a tangram, start of a tangram stuff.
Do we have to know what everything is? If I make an abstract tangram, just put it here.
Ah, it's a tangram of a boat. Okay, I get it. Nice.
Quick question for Per. Do we need to use all the symbol of a tangram, or
yes, that is the rule of a rule
when
of
when you make a tangram, you need to use all of them. Is that
yeah.
Ah, so the boat is invalid.
Yeah, unless you don't use all of them to make a boat. That was my point. We can make the next iteration.
Okay.
So team 1 is still working.
That brings me to the question: is there something like a definition of done for an increment?
Could this be a swan on the lake? I'm just.
It's a huge swan.
We can make it.
I didn't be taking about the background.
So how is time going, Ugur?
Time for the first value cycle is over.
Oh,
so everybody should
yes.
be back.
So we're
okay.
back.
Then we have to. So everyone is back in the in the main area.
Yeah.
Yes, we're all back.
We are all back. Well, let's take a look. Okay. So you remember from the rich picture that we had marketplace. We were going into doing some work in the team, and then we delivered doing a discovery and the delivery work. So now we're starting the second FaST meeting, and it starts with the part 1, which is that the collective synchronizes. So could someone from the main room, those that were doing the background, share what we learned and what progress that we made?
So is it the breakout room 1, right?
Well, not the breakout room 1, the one that were in the main area, the ones that were doing the background. It looks like a lake, but could someone from that team share with the rest of the collective what you've learned and what progress that you made?
If we look at the big picture, I think we covered the mountain background and the clouds and the sun. So there's no shading yet, but otherwise I think it's a pretty good MVP.
Fantastic. And any learnings?
Yes, I
maybe
think
that doing everything all at once is totally acceptable and great.
So the part about planning work in team was kind of replaced with let's just go and start coding or start producing.
Yeah, no planning needed to get something done in 7 minutes.
That's impressive. Okay, so anything from people in the breakout room 1?
Yeah, so we created some shapes. They are still on our frame, so not in the big picture in the delivery area right now. And our learning, I think, was right at the beginning. So we were not sure what to do and who needs to do it, but then we said anyone who wants can start somewhere on the frame. Just post it there what you are doing to know what's going on, and that was it. So now we have a lot of pieces already, some trees, an eagle, a goat, a bird, mountains. A lot of things are already done.
Great. Anyone from breakout room 2? What were your learnings and what were your...
I think main learning is like what also room 1 already shared, like in the beginning, hard to like get like the starting point, but then we found some great animals, but of course we also learned that there is no tangram yet for a Wolpertinger, which is like for everyone who's not from German-speaking countries, that's a fairy tale animal that doesn't exist, but is like consisting of a lot of animals at the same time. So we need to create a tangram for this. Yeah, but we already created various animals from for our forest, and of course a tree that we also need for the forest.
Fantastic. Okay. And breakout room 3?
Yeah, so we also built many buildings, and we didn't care too much about synchronizing with the other teams. we just did it. So we were kind of caught by surprise when in the end there was already something in the delivery area, but we didn't do continuous delivery. I mean, who cares, right? I mean, we can just do stuff in our team. So in the end, so we were kind of panically saying, should we move it over and copy it? And we were like, yeah, maybe we should. So the pyramid made it over in another building. So we weren't quite sure. Should we continuously integrate, or is this... It felt like a silo team, right? I mean, if you're being surprised by the whole product in the end.
Well, and well, one of the things is that FaST is a flow system. So we don't have to finish stuff within every value cycle. Hopefully we made some discoveries, and hopefully we made some, created some value. But the what's it called? The tyranny of time boxes actually doesn't exist in FaST. So we can just kind of like Kanban, continue working, and at one point we'll be finished. Michael has raised a hand.
I wouldn't call tyranny of time box.
Sorry.
Very positive. No, but it's an opinion. But we actually limited ourselves to 7 minutes, which actually is a time box.
Yeah. And that is, well, as you will be seeing in the rich picture, it says we have a value cycle. It's a cadence, and we can change that as we move along, as long as the collective agrees on it.
Yeah, you're not sharing anymore, just for your information.
Okay.
You like to show something.
Good. Well, let's not dig into that. Those are fantastic questions, and all of those, please add them into the question element, and we'll be getting back to that. I think we have time for at least a tiny bit more of a value cycle. Do you agree, Quinton?
Yes. Maybe cut this one down to...
Let's make it a 3-minute value
3
cycle.
minute. Yeah, because people know what they're doing now.
Yeah. So
and, there's no integration is continuous. So if you got something, go dump it on on the main canvas. And if the people in the canvas go, it shouldn't be there, they'll put it where it should be.
I think I ran out of ideas for the background. Can I join another team?
Well, what you will be seeing right now is we have just finished the FaST meeting part 1. We will jump into the FaST meeting part 2, which is reiterate the purpose and the vision. So the product manager will say, fantastic, it's making me so happy what you've done. I can really see this starts to come alive. So let's do something more in regards to that. I think the background is kind of where, well, I at least would expect would be expecting it. What I really would like to have is actually some animals, both in the mountains and do notice that when you're working with tangrams, you have to use all the shapes and cannot reuse them or copy them 8 times. So one tangram shape is actually a I think it's 7 shapes in one element. Can we hear from our sponsor, the mayor? Any thoughts?
Yes, I love the background. The mural looks fantastic. Let's leave that as it is. Call that done and put some. I don't see people in there. I want to see. Can we get some children playing?
Yes, I think that is the direction that we'll be going in.
Yeah.
3, as you see, is self-organized around work. So we'll jump into the marketplace. You can see I have now cleared out the marketplace. So we will now reiterate who wants to steward what work. And you've done it before. So Garrett, you had some energy about doing something else. What is the energy that you have?
I would like to work on the forest animals.
Well,
So
then
forest.
start forest and then steward that. I'm aware this is perhaps a tiny bit too directive, but as the game master, we need to get into the questions soon. So
Yeah,
Garrett,
great.
will you move the forest into and move your name next to it?
Sure.
Someone wanted to do river before.
Yeah, the river was very basic, but at least it was there.
What about people? Because that was mentioned just now, but it's not in the product
People.
map.
Yes. I heard Grace volunteer for people.
Okay, if we're allowed to do it, should I create it?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Well, yeah, just put work item people and then put your name underneath. Yeah.
Just
It
add a
doesn't have-
new work item. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. We discovered new work. By doing the work, we discover the work. Yeah.
And will you change the name to people? Yes, you've already done that. Fantastic.
Perfect.
And we deliver right away into the delivery area.
Yeah, that was what we heard, that we can actually make continuous integration, which is fantastic, isn't it?
As the mayor of Schnupfeldorf, I'd love some birds flying somewhere. I don't know if anyone's done birds already, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we
There's
have
an
birds.
eagle and another bird available.
Yeah.
With the mountains.
And as annoying as it is for Schnupfeldorf, we get these planes flying over all the time. But it's part of life. So maybe of a plane.
And I think this would have the Wolpertinger, right? Oh, okay, we're not doing the work yet.
We can try. I didn't find a tangram version. We can ask ChatGPT.
So far, we only have two people stewarding the forest and the people. Anyone else help out?
I can help out. What else do we have?
What do you have energy around, Eva?
Planes.
Yes.
Planes and helicopters.
So you could rename that to actually be airborne things.
Airborne things, birds, planes.
It's a bird. It's a plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
One last stewardess, or
One last steward.
Yeah. Do we actually need to populate all the width limits?
Nope.
Nope. Let's start out. 3 minutes. You'll be shoveled out, and then please, what we would have done in the real world, you would enter your name down here, go into the rooms where, well, Eva and Garrett and Grace are. You will be pushed out now due to this technical limitation, and I'll see you all back here in 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Go do some stuff. Are you ready, Ugur?
Yeah, the rooms should be open now, so you can join them. And 3 minutes timer.
Okay.
I have a proposal for the background. Shall we remove stuff that wasn't part of the background so that people can add stuff that was intended not to be background?
I think that we're working on the forest right now, Michael.
So yeah.
We are the forest team now.
Yeah, this is the main room. So the first room, so not breakout room 1, the main room, and there's the forest.
In the real world, Michael, what you could have done right now is actually, well, just gone into the to the marketplace board, added moved the background there, and then started working on it. And if we had the technology possible, that would be what I would definitely had advised.
Good. Great. Thank you.
And this is so much what the fluid work and the self-organizing and the self-managing is about. What we could say is that, well, you'll just do that and work in your own little room if you have good energy in regards to that. So what should we do in regards to the forest?
Trees, of course.
Trees, yes. So should we? Yeah, I'll try Google some trees and see if I can.
I found one. Maybe it's some kind of tree.
Nice.
I tried to recreate it.
Yes. Try to recreate it. I'll try to find another one. Yeah, that one.
Well, it's very tedious to build the bird, but I think the bird is important, right?
Okay, I think I built a tree, which is on top of the sticker called bear. So I'm copying this and call it 352.
Fantastic.
Which is, I don't know what it is. Which is similar to, it's not a pine, maybe is hit by lightning, but at least we have a tree. And I've used all the elements of the diagram.
Ah, fantastic. I've found another tree. I'll put it into the box below.
Please.
I'm not really sure if this is, yeah, I think this is right. So anyone's able finding other trees?
I'm still trying to recreate the one I found.
I'm also
me too.
on one of the standard trees here.
Put a pine.
Anyone have an idea on how much time we have left?
Possibly 1 minute.
Do we need a time watcher?
That's a good question.
Are we allowed to change the sizes of the figures here?
No.
Yes, 30 seconds from now on.
Say it again.
They need to stay consistent to each other.
Okay.
So my tree is ready.
Great.
I think I failed.
We are in forest. Ah, sorry, I was in the wrong room, so I'll copy paste my tree there. So here.
Is there a place for the forest in the map?
So the time is over now, Pierre.
Yes.
Everybody should be back also.
Good.
And just for your information, you're not sharing something, so
Okay.
if you like.
Well, it's okay because I was almost ready. Okay, that's where. Okay, so I'll share my screen once more, and
Now we have a duplicated reality.
We destroyed everything.
okay, let's take a look.
There's an undo. Someone feels like they were responsible for it.
That's
Hey, Per, we're at,
Schnupfeldorf's partner city somewhere in Denmark.
Yeah, there
Yeah, we are.
The twin
Okay,
cities.
so what has happened here is actually okay. So bring to front. Now we can at least see it. So the teams has been doing some this discovery and delivery work, and then the value cycle starts all over with sharing the learning and the learning and the progress that we made in all the teams. We've done that, and I think we should stop the simulation right now. And what you've actually done within, that's close to 45 minutes. You've been actually doing a real FaST Agile simulation. So you've done everything that's inside FaST. And I think that let's move over to you, Quinton.
Yeah. In fact, let's. Okay, let's do that. So we have 20 minutes left.
Should we go now to the questions, or do you like to present something more?
Does anyone feel like they have a grasp of what FaST is now? Because I think Per did a good job of talking to that diagram. So if everyone's good with that, otherwise at this point I would talk to the diagram and recap, like here's what FaST is, and here's how it relates to the activity. But we've got quite limited time, so we can either jump straight into questions, or I could jump into that one.
Whatever you like, so you could.
I'd actually prefer to get a summary on what we did and get a full picture of this.
All right. Let me then. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. All right, so I'm going to share this out. And then share present now. Let's go to
Are you muted, Per? Because I can't hear you, but you're speaking.
Okay. Well, while Quinton is looking for the thank you for that. While Quinton is looking for the presentation, and he's there, then I'll stop talking.
All right, so you can see this. All right, so let's shoot through fast. So fast in 5 sentences. We merge teams together into collective. We throw the combined work onto a wall to create a big picture. And so they're the 2 setup stages. Then we go into the process, which is repetitive, where we have a meeting where people self-organize around work. This is the fast meeting. We do some work, and then on a short cadence, we meet back together to synchronize and share progress, where we go straight back into step 3. So so let's drill into those a little more. So let's say, so fast can be used in place of Scrum, which is the statement at the beginning, but it can also be a scaling framework. So in this scenario of scaling, if we had 3 teams and we merged them together into a collective, so there's step 1. So they're not 3 teams anymore, we're now 1 collective. And let's merge all our work together into a big picture. I'm using a story map here as an example. We found that quite useful in the early days. So now we've completed steps 1 and 2. So now we've got a shared vision of, oh, this is what we're trying to do. We're 1 collective. So then we go into the cycle of 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to use this diagram that Per created. So in step 3, we start that meeting, which is the image over there on the left, where the product manager, which was Per, said, "Oh, here's our vision. We're trying to do this thing." And in fact, Per invited in the mayor of Schnupfeldorf, who shared the vision for us. So here's our vision, and he showed us a product map or a story map of these are the things we need to do to realize this vision. Then we broke into the meeting. Well, that is the start of the meeting, is Per talking. Then we start the marketplace portion of the meeting, where people were self-organized into teams around work. And so that would typically be one person saying, "Hey, I'd really like to work on forest animals. I'll be in room number 1. And someone else says, "I'll be doing this in room 2. I'll be over in room 3. And then everyone else in the collective decides which room they like and they go to. So in our little scenario, you couldn't self-select in because of the constraints of the tool where you were selected into. But you can just imagine being able to go into whichever room you would like. So now we're in our room. Then we plan how we want to work as a team, and this really taps into autonomy. Like, hey, so Per had in each room there was team agreements. This is very quick. It's like, hey, how do we want to work? Do we want to do mob programming? Do we want to work from a cafe? Do we want to work from home? Do we want to work in the office? Do we want to have core hour work? And then what are we going to work? So let's do some planning. So there's some lightweight planning. We worked out how we're going to work, and then we go and do the work. So while we're working away, and then next thing we know, Per's like, "Hey, come back," or the tool pulls us back into the main forum again. And now we're in the forum. One representative from each team will say, "Well, here's what my team we're doing. We thought we'd have this done and by now, but it turns out there's way more complexity to it. So we've logged that complexity over in the discovery tree we're working on. That's what we discovered." Someone else says, "Yeah, well, we got ours done. It turned out to be way easier, and so we went and picked up from something else." And so we're actually a good way into that one as well. So everyone shares their progress, everyone's in sync now with what the current state of the product is. So that's the goal here. It's closer in field to a stand-up where you're just saying, here's what everyone else needs to know about what my team did in this last cycle. And now while we're all gathered together, we clear the board and we say, hey, let's kick off another cycle. And the product manager goes, this is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it. So that repetition all the time to really get clarity and for us to bond together over that. So that creates the entirety of the cycle. It says cadence there 2 days, but it doesn't have to be 2 days. It could be 2.5, it could be 1 day, it could be 1 week. But collective needs to kind of determine what works for them. So with that, that is the